I did like 2. I wanted to make sure I saved, so yeah. So where we last left off, we basically saw Junko die, and we know that Sakura died as well.
Hey.
Before we start searching for Sakura's killer, we need to decide what to do about security. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey!
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay. We can let Makoto look after the scene. We can let Mondo look at the scene. Why'd I say Makoto? I'm dumb. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious if you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Fuck you.
So then...
Fine then, I'll stay on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. 2-player co-op based defense with 2 of them with their stats. They're totally OP. Oh my god. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in Zoroaster.
But...
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
Huh?
Hold on. Hey, Pathoris. Alright. You're actually surprisingly on time. Usually you're like 10 minutes late, and I'm like, okay.
What?
I know, I'm just kidding.
Let me out of here!
Someone save me, let me out. Somebody save me!
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that? Right, okay, So I talked to everyone. I looked at the body, I might not just click on yeah, so everyone's basically saying, hey, yo.
Huh? Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, they're all basically.
Just a second.
Hold on. Huh? Before we begin the investigation, isn't there something we need to discuss? Oh, yeah.
Anyway...
We're going to find out who the killer is, because if we don't, we're all going to die here. What do we need to discuss?
Huh? Don't... Let me out of here!
I'm basically just clicking on everyone to figure out what the hell we're supposed to do now.
What the heck?
So then...
What the heck?
Just a sec.
What? Before we investigate, isn't there something we need to discuss? What do we need to discuss? I already talked about the dead body. Yeah, I already did that.
Oh.
What the crap?
Okay, I had to click to Celeste. Notice what? I was looking through Monokuma's files we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unuseful.
Huh?
Alright, whatever. What are you talking about? I'm drinking my tea, leave me alone. Go ahead and take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm.
Ah!
That's right.
Eh?
Then could it be? All at once, everybody's gaze turned. Hold on a second. You got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
What the heck?
You expected us to believe that? To tell us the truth? The look in everyone's eyes had a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned in other words. You think I did it?
So then,
Are y'all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
so...
well, do I really have to say more?
Actually...
I'd rather you didn't, no?
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of everything.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like that, he was gone. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard, dude. I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this right here and now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
You're fucking dead.
they better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I'll fuck them up. There goes money, I think. Letting his deadly words hang in the air and Sakura ran out.
So,
I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway...
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is very suspicious.
It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. The game is down. You just have it for some reason all cranked up. But I'll see what I can do. The game is turned down as much as I can, and if I turn it down on the system, you won't be able to hear me as much. Yeah. Okay. There, can you hear me now? Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And they're putting... And the parting looks at me had still filled me with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why do they suspect me? I have to do something, otherwise everyone will.
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair! Bzzz, bzzz, poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm actually lowering my PC system to see if that'll do anything. But anyway, I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it, who really killed Sayaka. Alright. I guess I should go through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maya, so the time of death estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to the right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we were to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out who. I have to find out how she was killed. Why can I not read right now? This is what I get for like doing stuff. Okay. Can't believe, yeah. Okay, so they're basically saying, leave. Nah, I'm wrong one. I thought that was the other way. Protection during trials, I guess. We won't make any progress without investigating there. Okay. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Okay. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so it must be my room. If I remember correctly. Oh, that's right. We will have to trade keys. When we switch room, we switch the keys too. Just like it would have needed a key in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? It's like I had forgotten to lock the door. No, that's impossible. That seems impossible. even if I'm sure it's you, I feel won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Okay. But saying that there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how does it kill her? Okay. This is the replica sword I brought back. Does that mean it was used in attack somehow? And plus, it was taken out of its sheath. I actually hadn't looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off the parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. And remember, the coating sticks to you even if you just touched it a little bit. Okay. Sayaka somehow dirtied the room and decided to clean up a little. There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? Yeah, so this must have been made with something sharp. But how did she get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used a sword during the struggle, it doesn't make any sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. And so how did the scratches on the sheath? I am probably tired because I just woke up. So if my reading is bad, because I literally just woke up. So I am sorry if I'm butchering the English language. No, I'm not. Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it! I was right there in the other room. If only I heard something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh?
Huh.
Don't you remember all of our rooms are completely soundproof? So the only thing, so something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well,
Perhaps this was another monotone strategy, creating an ideal setting for murder. Okay. No, but it's still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now.
well.
Yeah, fuck, I'm clicking things already clicked. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We aren't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Busted. There's yes, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? Okay. I think I got everything.
Hmm? Well,
Other than that, I just do repeating this one. And I think I've gotten everything. Okay. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
she was down on her nose, carefully inspecting every inch of my
Did
room.
you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. A few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
"Are you a clean freak?" No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, I glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I expected, there's something very usual about your room. Usual? What do you mean?
so...
I searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find any single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mentioned it before, something while I was looking around. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it. Someone used your lint without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it psycho or the killer?
Well,
That's a question, isn't it? She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I had to uncover the truth. I had to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her. And there I saw. What? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? 11037. Okay. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now is not time to think like that. Yeah, I got it. Oh, I got it. I can't say anything because then that'd be spoilers. But if you know your calculator jokes, you will get it. Yeah, just thinking out loud. Yep. You just have to find a calculator that actually does it right, and then you'll see it. But I'm not saying anything. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. And whatever they used to kill her, where they get it, that's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to Monocule files, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. Oh, I actually gotta read this. Why would I want to go with that policy? Hold up. I'll be right back. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is swollen. There's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. Palm of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Tiger's wrist has chip bolts. Okay, the stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when her broken wrist, they must have happened early on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible that she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly blow. Deadly one. Okay. That's turn off at nighttime. You can't even watch this if you even wanted to. Think I got everything in my room?
It would seem...
Looks like you found them, right, Makoto? I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the results could be? Result?
Well...
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not gonna tell me. Alright. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. Also, I will be an artist and anything and so on. Okay. I know we went to talk to him. When it comes to numbers, who's better to ask than an ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one thing I wanted to ask about. Do you know about the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? I mean how it's stuck?
What?
Stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was locked, but once I learned the trick, it opens no problem.
Correct.
So the door doesn't fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just trying to closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom room door. Huh. The doorknob. That other than...
So then,
What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to... The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like that?
it would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, obviously this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathroom can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Well, I did tell Sayaka about it last time when we switched rooms. So, what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it.
Hmm?
Interesting. She had the slightest hint of smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
I see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so low.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I'm gonna bond with Kitty Giddy now. Like after all of this, and we're set. I'm gonna go talk to Kitty Giddy, cause like, god damn. Kyoto's great. I already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. Yeah. I don't know why I'm filled with burps. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from also. And also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Alright. We already got the clearing, so I'm gonna go check where the knife is first, and I have a suspicion that I know where it is, because the only place you can get a knife is obviously the kitchen. That's practically the only place you get the knife. That table just falls into the... You know, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. Jesus! This is all first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in a dining hall helps keep being calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. To tell you the truth, I was gonna do the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. There are all kinds of kitchenettes here, big to small, but looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or I better see if anyone knows more about it. Alright. I'm gonna talk to Aya. She said she was gonna do this last night, so she must have seen something.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird. Huh? I thought it was kind of strange if the knife just suddenly disappeared like that. Huh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning.
That's right.
Nope, last I remember they were all lined up in a nice neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well,
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives were gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. You're right there in the dining hall when someone came to check it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not! You know, do you really think I murdered her?
I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. But when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Aww. Hey. Okay, so next one I want to ask is Chihiro. Yeah, Chihiro. Okay, let's see. That. Yeah, I need to do this. Know that first. So, did Sayaka accidentally swap the nameplates?
Very strange.
Even if like you say absolutely true, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with it, right? Then it should have been me that died. Jesus! This man's a dick!
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. No. Monokuma saw that Taiko was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Yeah, I already did that. Bayaka is a great shush. Yeah, sure.
Most suspicious.
Yeah, he's the ultimate dickhead. Tagami? Togami. Byakuya? Byakuya. Yeah, what did you think I said? Where is her thing?
Listen to me! You hear me? Got it! Ha 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 ha!
I already did that. Okay, so I'm in a sense caught up. Where's her DVD? Like, is it on her? Is it like in the room, or is it like somewhere else? And I need to do this first. Hey, Jihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it? Before she died, Sayaka... I don't know, you gotta find it. Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? No, sorry, no. So Chihiro... Wow. Wow. Chihiro totally shook her head.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I just don't know. Okay, well don't worry about it. Thanks for trying anyway. Even she doesn't know. Or could she know more than she's letting on? No, can't be. Okay.
Help me!
God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is, just get me out of here. Okay. Okay. So Chihiro won't help me. I know the code. Hey, go to the bathroom real quick. No, wait. I keep forgetting that's technically not the exit. Yeah. Go to the bathroom. I have an idea. Bathroom has mirrors. Just look at yourself real quick. No, okay. How do I? I'm on the right track. It's just like, how do I give him? Makoto, use your brain. Okay, let's find this thing. There was nothing in that room. I don't think I've never been here. I would click on everything just to figure out where am I going. Thanks. I can't go into the girls. No. No, not good. There it is. Okay. That's why I couldn't enter him, because I accidentally clicked the nameplate. I thought I clicked the actual door handle, but I didn't. I clicked the nameplate instead. I want to see if I can try and find a mirror. At least. I already did that. For the mirror? Because I already got the tape. Yeah, I did. Yeah, there it is. I in fact did not. Maybe you did. I don't know, I'm dumb. No, it's okay. This outstage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with the friends she had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then the voice I had come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark. And in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. The hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Okay. So I got all the evidence. I got Sayaka's DVD. I got the number. I got the info that needs a plate swap. Am I missing anything else? Let's review the evidence I gathered. So I got evidence of struggle, the replica sword, the sheath, the switching rooms, the toolkit, Makoto, my cleanliness, Sayaka's wrist, the dying message, the door frame, as well as the door knob, the dorm nameplates, the kitchen knife set, Io's account. I will get to that, actually. If I haven't talked to everyone, then I might have... Okay, let's see. I talked to you. I did not talk to you. Okay, so where are you? You're in the main hall. And where am I? I already went to the AV room. Okay, so I gotta go to classroom 1D and the main hall. Okay. Kill someone just to save your own life, and I've been living with someone like that. I think I might vomit. But here's what Monokuma said really true. Did one of us really kill Sayaka? If the mastermind really was gonna get involved, they would have just killed us on day one. That's a good point. By the way, by the way, how's your investigation going? I already told you, I don't do blood, so I don't plan on doing any investigating. Besides, I already know who did it.
This is very suspicious.
After all, where was Sayaka killed? In your room, right? What more proof do we need? We already know the truth. She really doesn't trust me at all. Okay. So I talked to you. That just takes me back. Main hall. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, do you have any clues? What kind of clues? Let's just agree we don't know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing anything until the class trial. Okay, then do you have any suggestions for where I should start looking?
Well,
So annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for clues? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. Seeing the crime naturally, but I think the trash room is also worth looking into. The trash room? It's the perfect place to destroy evidence. However, there is one little problem, which is...
as for me...
the place is filthy. I'd rather die than set foot in there. I'm trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. That's it? Okay. Talk to you. You gave me the hint with the nameplate. So that just takes me back to the gym. And I talked to Chihiro and Hiro there. So then... okay. Oh, sure, that teleport. Okay. Let's see. What else? I talked to the three of you, I believe. I already did that. I think I talked to them. In the trash room. Okay. There's something missing here. There. Nah, gimme. Push the button.
Monokuma appears! No, you can't go any further!
No one entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
This is stupid.
No, you can't go any further!
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. without someone including you, the school would flood with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I hadn't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, do you think you can open the gate in front of the trash room?
Here we go.
Of course. It's my job to gather all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room. You know, I'm just randomly guessing who, like, this was literally a guess that I found that he was the person in the cleaning room. So that's just
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get into the trash room, and only the person on cleaning room has access to the key. What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So, in other words,
Actually, anyone who kills a fellow grad student becomes blackened and will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
So that must be why. If anyone could go in and out of trash rooms whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring.
Hey, listen!
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard!
Hey, Fatty, why do you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh,
I decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar! I know what you did. I know why you did it.
Is it, like...
You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, you know, and poking around at it.
there's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you get tired of 2D and then turn to...
Completely unforgivable!
I would never get tired of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Okay. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
Or you told him not embarrassed to say stuff like that. If you're so worried about his women's questionable morality, here's the easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duties, Sakura can accompany them for picking up the trash to disposing of it.
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to... Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning, I have a favor to ask you. What, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You
Oh,
got
okay.
it.
So easy. So Hifumi and I headed to the trash room. Like the other day, you know, when I look at it, it makes me think. He said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living on, or get busy dying. Get busy living, or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please just hurry up.
Da, 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 da.
Okay, dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi,
Without a doubt!
surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, aren't you? You fiend, you planned this all along. No, I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind?
What?
Wait, maybe a parallel world? Whatever, let's just hurry and keep looking. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. Looks burnt piece of something. Burnt piece, like a hunk of burning love. I'm gonna hurt you. Anyway, it's a piece of cloth in this shape. It's a part of a sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, there's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of the evidence that the killer destroyed. But there are a lot of people here wearing white button-up shirts. This isn't going to be enough to figure out who the killer is. Okay. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it was used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
Is that? Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
They say if you click all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. I'm going to hurt you. Kidding aside, it's kind of a thing you might see on a big city street corner. Gaze into it and it'll show you a glimpse of the future. Just like the meanie girl who was on the quest to find that one guy. Okay. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? The only person it could be. They should all be in the gym. I better get going for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
Press the green button to get it going and it'll turn it off. Sooner or later you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? In fact, certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Do you realize what you just said?
Huh?
The fairy? No, you just said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Ah, yes. About that. There were no mistakes. I have got one thing going for me. It's my memory.
I feel as if...
Voice change. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check this place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I hadn't been back to the trash room since. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate,
Most suspicious.
it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on in there. This is a long shot. Okay, this is a straight up long shot. I think I have an idea. Okay. First off, I think I know who the killer is. But if the only way to get into this room is by a key, then what if like someone like took off their coat or shirt, since it was a button, since what's remaining is a sleeve of something. So like, what if they took it off, wrapped it up into like a ball, chucked it at the incinerator, and then since somehow they nabbed a crystal ball from Hero, they basically used that and chucked it at the incinerator button. So I'm like, okay.
Completely unforgivable!
What does it all mean, Mr. Aggie? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it!
Everyone
I'm
knows
sure
you
of
did
it!
All the mysteries are being solved one by one. It sounds like he's living out of his comic book fantasies. Okay, let's just turn this on. Alright, I guess I can go. Well, there goes that. So I got the cue that everyone should be in the gym right now. Okay. Actually, I want to ask you something.
Seems like...
So the one thing I'm kind of good at, and I will say that, and I have people that vouch for me, I'm kind of good at solving puzzles. and when I get a number, I'm like, huh. Let's see if I can put this into a Morse code. No, the reason why I can actually say that is because my friend, whenever we did D&D, he would look at me and say, alright, to use your power, you need to solve this riddle or this puzzle. And I'm like, okay, well the puzzle is kind of OP. I can basically travel to any point wherever a person has been. I can basically travel to anywhere, wherever the person is, or shut up. Or basically, do like a dramatic parkour shit. So I had like these earrings that give me like these bullshit abilities. Okay, that's not a puzzle. That's just basically see if I can tell who's lying or not. That's not on me. A puzzle. I basically give you guys the answer, and you all just chuck me out the door. Like I'm the killer, and 95% of the time I'm not. And I'm just like, okay, I know the answer, but okay, okay. But that's not on me. Rainbow, I'll give you that because however I solve the puzzles, I have to think of the child rather than myself. Hey, here, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Here, I'll snap out of it. Dakota, what are you doing here? What? Does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed. What the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made out of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? Oh my god. He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon, and whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put all that aside now. So you can say without a doubt that this belongs to you. Yes, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Shiro. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I was almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up for fortune telling for two full years came out like $1 million. That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. Can't even feel bad for him. Okay.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Okay, so I'm not sure how they're gonna do trials, but if I gotta, like, piece everything together, then maybe I can do something.
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
They aren't that hard? Okay. I'll read the tutorial, like, very specifically, because I'm guessing we're still in the tutorial, so they'll give me, like, a helping hand. So, yeah. And in a sense, got everything. I should have saved. Fuck.
You!
Saved literally the moment he was pointing at me. Got it, okay. It's easier when you know the control. Unlike me, because I kept forgetting to go to a stream settings. I bet you're afraid and you'll be discovered as the murderer you are. Jesus fucking Christ, Coco.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions yet. Save that for the class trial. We can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. You just jumped to... Okay, they all are really convinced that I did it, but... I didn't do it. Me and Sarka both knew that all too well. But then, who is the killer? One who murdered Sarka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
So this is a I double save, triple save, let's do this. Oh, I suppose my game's at Zelda, alright.
Well then.
Let's begin.
Yes, indeed. Hey,
Are you scared? I'm not scared. No, Sarah isn't.
Makoto.
I'm not scared. I said before, it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding the case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. Anytime comes to the truth for Asayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned trembling with anticipation toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel myself starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped out. The door closed, and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy, clunking sound toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
oh,
Rather than that, is it not like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of school. You finally arrived! Ta-da! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
I'm gonna call it total shit.
Well now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down.
Yahoo!
We did what he said and found our seats. Oh, it's Dan Junko. Okay. The seats are arranged from the dining sort. It was set up so that everyone could see each other else, which also meant it'd be easy for everyone to transfer their attention and uneasy onto everyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as it sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. The curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly fate. A deadly class trial. I did. I only had 2. I look at all of them again. Okay, algorithm from Chihiro. Yeah. Yeah. Increases the speed of memorizing a statement effectively during non-stop debate. Plus 2 SP. Melodious voice. Increases damage to an opponent when a statement is destroyed effectively during bullet time battle. McCall took this from a gym entry and put it in a room. The shape was found some distance. One night, I was having a trade with these numbers on lean up against the wall and shoot like the screws holding in place all up and partly or completely or switch at some point. One of the kitchen knives is missing. She saw the whole set and then when she went back to clean up glass, one of the knives was gone. Getting her to a key. It was almost on teenager, you say we said that it was off, but then we checked it was on. There was a cuff. Hero's crystal ball is broken. Apparently Yoshihiro left the crystal ball in the laundry room accidentally, so anyone could have taken it. And then that's about everything. I got everything as much as possibly as I can. I feel like I'm always gonna have like algorithm on, like no matter what. So yeah. Okay. Let's do this.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive.
That good?
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but What about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin the debate to decide who we think killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Okay. Your first non-stop sauce debate. Would you like to hear more? Yes! As things progress during each class trial, you'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What that means is that you have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into your truth cylinder. Use your mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note, if you ran out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press escape during these controls, you can review if you press escape during these arguments, you can review the controls. Okay. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Something like that seems off, what we just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there would be no evidence for what happened to my room. Okay. Oh, okay, thank you. Also, tip, shoot the yellow words. Those are the weakest points. Okay, thank you. I actually just took a gander on that. For the first debate, we like to take a quick side. If you are unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. It actually explains that in other games. I don't know why it doesn't here. Maybe because this was like the first games, they kind of didn't know what the rules were. So then, yeah. Within a group of statements, one words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak point. These weak spots reveal important. I can't even word to speak. Though not always inaccurate sections of a person's statement. The truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So, when you see one coming up, just take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding them down with the control key. Okay. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
The second heavy resistance all that we don't click on my way.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Oh, I literally have to shoot the yellow words. Okay.
Yeah, we know that.
And the murder took
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
I thought I could just shoot the person.
Just a second, Chihiro.
Just
Try
shoot
to
the person.
remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone do something like that? That son of a bitch!
I shot it!
So what was used?
There was some kind of without a doubt. That
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
I shot you! Oh, I missed. That's why. Okay.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate. Would you like to hear more? Yes! Would you like to run the tutorial? Yes. Always do that. Always go to the tutorial. You can concentrate by holding the spacebar. While concentrating, time will slow down, so pay closer attention to what everyone is saying. On top of that, it'd be easier to set your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes a focus guard. If this guard's emptied, you can't concentrate, but the focus guards recover over time, so let your brain take a rest, no need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. I did not know about the spacebar. Okay. I overcome.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
I mean, the trial is sometimes stressful, but the music is bop. Yeah. Yeah. All the music is bop. Yeah. I agree with that.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead can say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives are still there. And then when I came back, the kitchen, that one knife is gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
No, it does not.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Oh. Hush, Taka.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Byakuya is just like, fuck you!
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here, are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Yeah. Sayaka? Okay, so
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
Oh my god, Toko!
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something about that, they're going to blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's going to die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes! Run the tutorial! As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use your mouse to aim, then the left mouse button to shoot and desired. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh my god. Something about that. The simplified version, V3 still kind of hard. What was that? The body was there, blood was there, scratches was there. Hair.
Now I understand.
I just want to see what would happen if I got
That's
the wrong
right.
letter or not.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
Yeah. I just wanted to see how many what happens if I failed? What would happen to the Yeah. I just wanted I knew that was missing. When it was brought up, I kept that in mind. But I just wanted to see what would happen if I got a letter wrong. And then there we go.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yeah.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
student struggled in scanning the bathroom and the evidence that proves it.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Makoto said, Kyoko said it was a big bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is the key point right? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Sure. From here on out, the number of weak points will start to going up. But no matter how many weak points, there's essentially only one lie or contractor in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak points you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they say, but you also lower your gauge and take damage. This is important because if your influence reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well, good luck and have fun.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the...
It was you, wasn't it? We already know the answer.
I had the right one. I just made the wrong one.
The incident took place in the... Sayaka was first. She then fled into the...
Then the killer ran out and they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Really?
Shoot!
Okay, so it's not that one.
The incident took place in the code. Sayaka was first. She then fled into the...
Then the killer ran and they got into the bath.
At that point, the killer had to try and... Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
I'm like panicking because I want to get this right.
It was you! We already know the answer. The incident took place at Sayaka was first attacked.
Read what Makoto says in between the section. Okay.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran out and they got into the bath.
At that point, the killer had to try and... Because Sayaka had locked it. No, that's wrong.
I'm like panicking. So it's like, fuck! I had to calm myself down.
It wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
No, it's cool.
Okay, but then
yeah,
why
no
would the
spoilers,
killer
please.
even... Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced that the bathroom was locked, so they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
I'm like running back. I'm like running every evidence in my head, like slowly.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening.
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Oh, you just realized that? That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how...
Oh! As a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then... maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightening she was. The answer's gotta be... No answer I could put left anyway. Not the name plates, because I didn't even know about that. Keys? She did ask me to do this, so to give her a key so I can get in. What? I don't want to ask for help. I really do not want to ask for help. I already know about that. So the room. I don't think I had the evidence. I think I'm missing something. Was it this? The nameplate? Because I talked to everyone. What do you guys think? Why? Please tell me please tell me I have the evidence. Because I reviewed the files. I think I got everything, and she even said that. Man, she said, even if it was you, I would not let you in.
I got it!
I'm going on
because
guess
Sayaka
right now.
was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Okay, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Jesus. Even if I'm sure it's you, I definitely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just talk to you in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get them wrong. Right?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil, and these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper? When I saw that, I was like, holy crap!
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's, which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
There you go. Oh my god. Tiny little. Yo. Wait.
But why? Why would she write that?
Is it a raid? I didn't even get anything that it was a raid. I would have known. Kind of, not really.
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
They were just in Discord bouncing between screens, but hey.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation...
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Alright. My alarm went off.
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Okay. Got everything. The killer went to my room satisfied, and the reason for that is it has to be because of what got switched between my room and Sayaka. Okay.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, but in the note, it specifically says, my... I see. Then they would have gone to... Exactly.
The room that Makoto was...
No, that's wrong.
break.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at...
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other. So switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
There's one person who could have switched the room nameplates. The only person could have been Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just the two of us. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the... That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was, whoever she invited over came in and attacked her! We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
There it is.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? We'll let the Sayakas fight. We need to make that clear. There's a bit more learned from non-stop debates. Shh, fine! Are you getting used to non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth cylinders into your truth. So, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. Jesus, I can't read! But just like with the weak spot, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take the damage to your influence gauge. You can press Q to rotate the cylinder and choose what bullets to fire. Or you can just use the mouse wheel. By the way, if you're logically set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For the purpose, this time the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Replica sword, the kitchen knife set, and the sheet.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
Okay, let's just listen to
And
her.
that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. she grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Okay. Now we got what everything says, so there's only two statements that can technically work. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the story got damaged. Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife?
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Okay. Yeah, we got her. If you wanted to use this.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
How does that come to anything?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way I could have washed the hands because there's a certain regulation that water was off.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Take that as an insult.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
One of them.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the name.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true, because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Obviously, I'm coming to find out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Okay, I know where it is. It was literally thrown at me.
It's easy just to say, hey, but there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong! There still might be one clue left.
Dining, wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's one question that Sayaka wrote. Her right breast.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Oh, I see it now.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, You could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Here comes crystal clear. No. There you go.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yeah, here we go.
I got it! You
Got it!
The burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off,
and the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button for which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There was something about it we need to know. There. There's something about it which I pay attention to in order to do that. No, that don't.
Shoot! I got it!
I'm an idiot.
If you look closely at how the shirt
Bruh,
was disposed
I
of,
did most of this
we should be able to
myself.
figure out who the killer is.
My brain is tired.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Ah,
I think
my
I know what you're
brain.
gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the
I'm
switch
dumb.
to turn it on either.
I feel like I had it. I even said it earlier in the stream. And that was my conclusion of how it was destroyed. And now I'm like, why did I not just put the two pieces together?
You need the key to get in. And so the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash.
The shattered crystal ball. This should be the last thing.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Nope.
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but...
But how would you use it?
They could use the glass ball.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
But maybe I got my answers wrong on purpose to see if all of you are still here.
Someone threw that
Who?
through a gap in the
No.
gate? Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
No, I'm just dumb.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
The closing armor is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Run tutorials! Every case has one last element to bring to the class trial to end, and that is the closing argument. In this, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to produce the flow of evidence for the case in the form of comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic book there are a number of pieces missing. It's supposed to be you to complete the comic book, using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at the missing section and press the left mouse, holy cow, you'll get a hint. That might lead to a breakthrough. Well, good luck and have fun. I'll be right back. Oh my god. My brain is pressed! Okay. Fuck. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay. I hope I'm right. I just mainly guessed.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Fuck no. Alright. I hope I'm right. Because you look beaten. And so you look busted. Okay, review. Yeah, I knew I was gonna get these two wrong because whatever, let's just go.
Here's exactly what happened.
It's still wrong. What am I missing? Where do you go? Is it you? Well, I don't, cause this looks fine. I just. You're fine.
The killer is you!
It's still wrong. What's going on here? So this one has to be the moment when he parries. I'm already running late. I need to... sorry, but I physically have to like.
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay.
But then something happened that they grabbed the fake during the struggle, a strike from... And that's when she lost her... Finding herself cornered. The killer went after her. What they didn't know was that Sayaka knew about that because I told her. But of course, the killer had no way of knowing. So instead... and stabbed. But with what strength to keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was... First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they wanted to... Afterwards, they tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator, but the trash room was blocked off by... So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal... The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap for any normal... And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with... But there was one... Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away, and the killer... Isn't that right, Leon?
Okay.
It would appear that Heroes, you went there to try and seeing the ball. You thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object?
Do I Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object, I object, I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any. Makoto.
When this happens, you'll have to engage them in a head-to-head battle when you reveal it. During the BTM, you want to destroy your opponent's statement in the time with rhythm. Match the button press with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. The right mouse button to lock on and destroying statement, you lock to the tempo. Using this method, you'll damage your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. You'll have to keep constant. Okay. I physically can't save. Okay.
When the killer removed the screws from the door, instead...
I refuse to acknowledge... Stupid, stupid, stupid! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid! You lie! Stop talking! Shut up! Where's your proof?
I got the bad end. Fine.
I refuse to give up yet!
Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to cut it right here because I have to physically run, and I only have like 6 minutes to get there. Hopefully, I can run. So I'm gonna keep the game running, but I'm gonna close the stream. I'll be back around 8 to continue the game, and at that point, I will have a lot of time to do it. So I am sorry, but I'll have to leave it right here. All right. But for now, I'm gonna have to say cheers, all right?